Alright, so basically it's been a bit since I've done a little little rant video. The heck? um Actually when this video goes up, because I'm pre-recording this Friday. So like same day as the MK video came out. This should be exactly a month since my last one. Uh my last little rant video, it was more on the sad slash frustrating side of things, and that's probably why that might be why, like, because it was a topic that not really many people want to touch on. So I understand why that didn't really get as views as it did, but um this one is more on the lighter side, but it is something that more so like I've noticed, and I just kind of want to point out right now. So like as of recent, well, not as recent, like probably like for like a while, I've tuned out of like tuned out of video essays. Not necessarily tuned out, but I haven't watched as many as, like, as I used to. Because I would say back in like, let me mute the audio so I can focus on talking more. Let me mute the audio real fast. But I say like quarantine, or like even like a little bit after, like, well, yeah, especially quarantine, but during like during like high school, which for me wasn't that long ago, but like then I was like, I used to watch plenty of video essays, and and I don't know what you guys assume of me, so I'm not gonna like say all like that, but me being in more of the video game space, it's safe to assume that I probably watch like more video game essays, which not really. I haven't really checked in the like I didn't really check in the video game essays that often, and now I almost like never do. But I kind of have tapping in a little bit recently, and what I've noticed is kind of like the same thing I've noticed like from a while ago, like some years. Me saying some years feel like it's me saying like it was a long time, but I say like, what should I say, uh like a few years ago, I would say. It's safer to say that, like a few years ago, like I've noticed that like video game essays kind of suffer through the same things usually, where it's like they're not even really video game essays. They're more so like they just summarize the plot more than anything. Like it's not even like you see a video, and it's like you see a video, it's be like an hour long, like those hour long, 2 hour long, 3 hour long videos, and you would assume, excuse me, you would assume it's like some sort of deep dive on, like, why like they're calling this game like a masterpiece, or but yeah, let's start with that. Like they're calling this game like a masterpiece, like, oh man, like GTA 4, what was that? GTA 4 was a masterpiece. Halo 3 was a masterpiece. DMC 3 such was like, one of the greatest like masterpieces ever made, or like they say like a Metal Gear Solid game or a Dark Souls game, what I'm saying? Like they would say like they're doing like a deep dive on those videos, on those videos, on those games. They would seem like they're doing a deep dive into those games, but reality, basically just doing like they're basically just doing a plot summary with very like, I say like pretty minimal input. Like, you know, they added like the little jokes or like maybe like some like just like very like minimal like amount of opinions, but it's not even like they're not giving like their fullest explanation as to why they, you know, they think that that said game is a, you know, is such a classic or is such a masterpiece or such a hidden gem. And thing I really notice, especially if they're talking negative about a game, like why, you know, why this game is trash or why, like, you know, why they either don't like they don't like slash hate a game. One thing I noticed is not only like they just be like plot summaries as well, but they like a lot of them do not bring up the game's mechanics, which I find like very strange. Like I've seen plenty of videos of people like saying that like, oh, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, like, you know, these are like the worst CODs as of current day, and yet plenty of those videos they bring up pretty much everything but the gameplay. They bring up everything but the mechanics. You know, based like the most important thing about a video game, they hardly even bring that up. And I understand if it's like, you know, okay, this video is primarily focusing on like the game's story, and they emphasize like this is only focusing on the story, like the story mode aspect of the game. Then yeah, okay, it makes sense as to why you're not really talking about the gameplay like that. But if you're gonna be saying that like this game sucks or why this game is such a masterpiece, like as a whole, as an entirety, not just the story, then it's important that you bring up the mechanics as well. You shouldn't just leave out the mechanics and it's just like, well, now we gotta figure out, because you could be like, oh well, this, like, you know, the story of this game is so great, and then like, you know, like you interest somebody into playing the game and then it's like, okay, hold on, like, yeah, the story's cool, but the mechanics suck. The gameplay sucks. Like, what's the game I could use? Like, like, I'm gonna just throw this out there, just because I'm like, I haven't played the game myself. I will admit this, but I'm using this as a reference because, you know, I've heard many people say this. I've heard plenty of people say that the gameplay for Saints Row 1 is like super, like, it's like super buggy, and you know, people praise the story for like Saints Row 1 and 2, but like the gameplay part is probably not up to par. Or let me just throw in like a hypothetical. Let's say the Saints Row reboot, like like let's say the Saints Row reboot, like, okay, like they got the story right, they got the story good, the story is pretty much good, it's a masterpiece, it's, you know, it's like a love letter to the previous four Saints Row games, but then the gameplay is trash. The video essay doesn't bring that up, so now it's just like, okay, like, yeah, the story is good, but then I don't like the game because, you know, the gameplay sucks. And you know, the gameplay is like the truest like make or break for when it comes to like testing if you like the game or not. Like if it's like, it's one thing if it's like, you know, like Telltale games, because they're just, you know, those are just straightforward point and click games. You know, like the mechanics are just like this, just very, very simple. So because the highlight of the game is the story and not mechanics, right? But when you have like Devil May Cry, where like gameplay is genuinely the most important thing about the you know, gameplay is the most important thing about the entire series, and the gameplay mechanics end up being trash. Like if Like if DMC 5 ended up having worse gameplay than freaking DMC 2, but the story, but like the story was great. It made up for, like it continued the story pretty well. But then the gameplay is worse than DMC 2, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Like you should, like in this video, you should have brought up the mechanics. You should have brought that. You should have brought out the mechanics. 'Cause, yeah, I'm saying I'm over here. Like I'm losing my words right now. But y'all get what I'm saying. And also like something I noticed too, which I mean it's not like a shocker, because a lot of people, you got to make your bread. I understand you got to make your bread, but it's like if you want to complain that a game is like super trash, like it's super awful, and then you want to, and then like, oh, like as a video, like this video is sponsored by a freaking video game scam. Like you want like get your bread how you want to, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to like hear you explain about why you think Black Ops 7 sucks, but then you're freaking sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends of all of all things. Like that's not a, you feel me? And going back to like those type of videos be plot summaries. It's like the thing is, like with those videos, you watch the video and you can easily like you can just look at it and be like, you could have easily just like summarized the gameplay. Like how I feel like they should be done is like yes, you do need to summarize the game to an extent. You should summarize the game a bit, but then it's like it should also, like, the main part of your video is you explaining your reasons, your opinions as to why you believe that this game is so good, is a classic, is such a masterpiece, why it's hated, why it's a hidden gem, why you don't like it. The main thing about these video essays should really be your opinion, unless it's like, okay, we're gonna be comparing, like, this game story to the previous game story, the other stories. Like if it's like a comparison, then yeah. But if it's like, okay, we're focusing on this one game and why I believe this one game is blank, the main thing about the video is like, it's about you, what you think. The entire video shouldn't be just one long unnecessarily dragged out video of you just throwing back the freaking plot at me. I could have easily, like, and just point out the obvious, I could have easily just seen that from playing the game. And if I don't have enough money to play the game, I could just watch those walkthroughs with no commentaries like I used to as a kid. Like there's no like there's no point of you dragging it up for like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. You could have easily explained everything in like I could maybe like right now, not everything, but like I could explain to you like what happens in DMC 3 within like 25 minutes max, because I am a bit of a yapper, and y'all know I do be rambling a little bit. Obviously this video is proving that too, but I could easily just tell you what happens in DMC 3 within like 25 minutes max. And then like however else long the video is, you'd be like, okay, like, I like this, this game improved on these mechanics and this, and I like how story was done, how like giving my reasons as to why I think DMC 3 is like the best out of the series. But you see like people just unnecessarily dragging it out for the whole time, like the whole like hour and a half, 2 hours. It's like, why? like you just like you're doing is just because you want more runtime. You're not even really explaining yourself. You're just throwing back the game at me. And it's especially done when it's like I know, you know, like a lot of us, like we've played this we've played this game before. You don't need to toss it back at me. I know what happens. I'm not dumb. Like I came here to hear about what you think, why you think the game is good, why you think it's not. Give me like give me your opinions. What else did I come to your channel for? And another thing that's annoyed me too, I'm gonna just ride around like this just normally. Another thing that annoyed me too when it comes to video game essays is like those freaking like those stupid like doomer esque type type video game essays. Like I remember seeing one where it was like I forgot the title of it, but I'm pretty sure like y'all probably got it like received it, y'all recommended too, where it's like Minecraft, you know, like oh like Minecraft this isn't the same no more. It was something along those lines. And then it's like okay, you click on the video and it's just like, you know, Minecraft isn't the same no more because you got older, and you know now you're experiencing life. When you know even when you're experiencing life, you can still have fun on Minecraft. Like I feel like do like those type of video essays. It's just like you're just looking for a reason to just complain about something when there's really nothing that much to complain about. You're more so venting about your life than it is about the game itself. Like if you wanted to vent about your life and how like you know like life is hard and you know it's like difficult being older, that could have been a whole like different thing in itself. You didn't have to bring this game up. Or when they or also when they just like when they just randomly like tie in their like just their like random like just their absurd political beliefs into a video essay, to where it's like for like they somehow like see something that's kind of like outlandish in a game when the game really shows no signs of it being there at all. Like I've seen someone like claim that that Dark Souls is like a Marxist fantasy or something like that. I don't remember the exact title, so y'all can correct me. But it's just like excuse me, like that has nothing to do with the game. That's far from the game. But like okay, and then sometimes like they try to throw that in there. Like they just be like, oh, they somehow tie the like this belief into the game, like to the game, and yet for some reason they still don't fully like explain they still don't fully explain how it ties with it. Like it's just stuff like that that just like you know like these like of course video like this kind of like a problem with like video essays as a whole. But like you just see this type of stuff and it's like okay, like clearly you just kind of want like you just kind of want some camera time a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just this video is just kind of like pointless. It doesn't add up, doesn't really make much sense. But honestly, out of all like the different types of like issues when it comes to video game essays, like them just throwing like throwing the plot back at you, like yeah, it's like I say it's dumb, but it's not like as annoying. I think the most annoying ones are like the doomer-esque ones, because it's like you know they just want to like I feel like they just need like a like they just use it as a reason to like just whine and complain sometimes. Like like I've seen plenty of videos where, like they don't even really they don't even really like fully explain why they think the game like this game sucks. They just pretty much just start whining at every little thing, and it's you know what I mean, like you're not really getting much informative. that much like informative like something informative out of it. And you just watching, it's like, bro, like clearly like the game doesn't like the game is not like the game does not suck this bad. Well, you can really you like you can really say that if you actually like play the game yourself, but like this game does not suck this much. Like either you're just depressed or you're or you just needed a reason to just complain today. That's how I kind of view a lot of those videos to me. I swear every time I stop recording, like you instantly start thinking like more of like stuff to say, and it's like, dang, I could have said it in the video. Like I know I probably cutting this like a little like more middle in the video, but I swear like I just cut it off. I just stopped recording right now and everything. I did the outro and everything, but there's something else that I wanted to bring to that I noticed with these video game essays. As I noticed that like a lot of them claim that they want discussion, but yet they don't interact with their fans. Like they don't really interact with the comment section. Aside from like at most like hearting comments. Like that's the that's something that's a weird thing I've noticed. Like like I'll give this like Arc Wizard CJ, like I'm pretty sure to this day, like if I were to go and look at his video, the video that he made about Noodle, he's probably still responding to comments to this day, even though he made that video like a while ago. And he's actually he does want discussion. I know that video he isn't talking about a specific game, but he is talking about like the video game industry, so that's why I'm kind of relating to it. But like at least he's active in the comments. And of course y'all know me, like I do like actively ask for discussion. And I know like I haven't really had a discussion since I believe since the Kendrick video, or maybe one of the time, or maybe like when I revisited the remastered, the not the remaster. I can't even call it a remaster. Y'all know the definitive edition of Vice City. Either one of those videos, like especially the Kendrick video, like y'all like, even though yes the the comment section to that video is still paused to this day, I was very active in the comments. I do want discussion. I do want to talk to y'all, because I like having discussion. I like getting other people's perspective. I like learning new. I like like even like, oh, like I will like there's some things that I would like to be proven wrong about. Come and prove me wrong, and if I'm wrong, then I will admit that I'm wrong. I'm not like extremely like stubborn if I still feel as if I'm correct. Or matter of fact, if I were to make a video like revisiting like, or like me going back to like, it's not deleted, but I unlisted it. But my Gideon video, if anybody wanted to like, if I were to go make a video and revisit that video, be like, oh, yeah, like revisit that video some way, and y'all tell me like, oh, or like even before, like right before I unlisted it, because for some reason it was getting like it's like, even though it's been like what, 2 years since I uploaded that video, 2-3 years, because I think I did that in 24, I believe. Like people were still coming to the comment section and commenting, and I would say like, okay, like like if he like like I don't watch his content, but if he is doing better, then that's that's a good thing. I will like because like that video was me, like I had some suspicions about him, and I would like to be proven wrong. And if he has proven me wrong, then okay, then I would like to submit like, okay, you proved my suspicions wrong, good for you, and I give him his props. You know what I'm saying? I actively do like ask for discussion. I ask, if it's something I don't want to be correct, prove me wrong, or if it's like, I this is something that I believe, but if you disagree, then tell me, like, let me know why you disagree and stuff like that. Like, I'm very active, but a lot of these YouTubers, they are not, they like, they ask for engagement, yet they don't take part in that engagement. As of course, aside from hardened comments, or some channels, they'll be like, I asked for engagement, but they'll only like respond to comments within like the first hour of the video being up, and then just never touch the comments again. It's super like weird. And then now you're just like, that's their way of, I guess you could say, engagement farming. I don't know if that's the correct term or not, but that's something that I've noticed as well. A lot of video game essays, like, the YouTubers like to claim that we make these video game essays because we want these games to improve. Now, one, plenty of people that say that, especially when it comes to Call of Duty community. I doubt that. I have my doubts, but it's like, okay, like, you want them to improve. If it's a game series and it's like they're still making games, we want you to improve on this next game. Okay, yeah, I understand that, but sometimes their mentality is like, we want you to improve the game, but it better be exactly the way we want it, or else we're gonna deem the game as trash. Like, you better do it this way. You better like do it this and the third, instead of just like, hopefully they improve on it in some way, shape, or form. And if they do improve it, then that's cool. If they don't, then, like, instead of having some humility about it, they just like, it's like more demanding than having some hope. That's how I really feel when it comes to people in the Call of Duty community. Like, and I know I bring up the COD community a lot, but that's really like, that's the main community that frustrates me the most out of any of them as of right now, because that's the one I'm currently like the most like engaged with. But like, it's like they want, like, like, because listen, like even I, like, I'm gonna sit up here and say that Black Ops 7 it's just an alright Call of Duty. It's alright, but it can improve. They can't, like, Activision and like Activision, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, they can improve, and I would like for them to improve, but I'm not gonna like I'm here hoping that they would improve. I wanted to improve, and I'm doing it so in a hopeful manner. Meanwhile, a lot of people, like, they just demand for it, kind of like an entitled, like, some, like, my wording is off, but it's somewhat like an entitled manner in a sense, to where it's like, like, y'all better do it this way. It has to, like, you better make it just exactly like Black Ops 2, or else. You feel me? And it's like, and it's like, okay, you're asking for improvement, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel like you want improvement. You just want a game to be exactly how you want it, and if that doesn't satisfy you exactly how you want it, then okay, it's automatically trash. So you're not really giving these developers enough room, the proper room to improve on their work. Look, all in all, it's perfectly okay. You know, it's perfectly okay to criticize a game because obviously criticism is needed too. Criticism is needed. It's always needed. It's a very criticism can be a very helpful thing, but you know what I'm saying, you should have some humility with it. You shouldn't be out here just flat out demanding like you're owed this product. You know, I just realized I could have used freaking Skate 4 as a whole as an example throughout this video, but it's too late for that. I've been rambling on for a minute, so I should end it right here. Let me hit a combo one more time real quick. Just hit this real quick. I haven't played this game in a minute because I've been so like locked in with freaking school and stuff. It's finals right now, so I'm about to be out soon. Almost a milli. Hold on. Let me just do some more, because that was just not as eventful as I want it to be. Hey. Okay, you know, let me just stop right here. Let me just stop right here. Well, let me just hit something. That's okay. Okay, that's a first. I hit something like that. I was trying to hit a flip, it just didn't work. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Uh, I need to start. I genuinely do need to start like writing down like my talking points or whatever, because I do be rambling on. But a lot of times when I do make these like rant videos, it be like right as I get the idea, so it's more fresh off the dome than it is like, okay, like I had this on my mind for a bit, let me write it down, and then you know, then talk more like straightforward. I need to start like save. I need to start writing it down for real. So it's more straightforward. But yeah, with that, I will see y'all whenever.